What is going on? I am ZMOT, as in code ZMOT in every single Supercell game. We're going to jump on in. We are on the dev build. As a result, some of the things you see here might not be the exact same as you see them in the main game, but I wanted to get this sneak peek out as soon as I possibly can, because in Warships this season, we have a brand new troop right over here. It is called the Hidden Warrior. And it has a brand new mechanism. That mechanism is called Stealth, and it is pretty awesome. Supercell went and added something new, which I did not see coming at all. Not only in a new troop, but the new mechanism, which can potentially be added to other troops or other defenses. Very interested to see how that shakes out. Nonetheless, this is what the Hidden Warrior looks like. On the right-hand side of that center there, you can see that when they come into Warships, they are level 14. Each line is a different tick level in Warships. Level 1 is level 14, whereas regular warriors are level 4. So if for some reason you're low on upgrade tokens, they're not a bad choice to use because they're going to be coming in at level 14, whereas regular warriors, you don't want to use them until they're at least tick 3 or tick 4. So in a pinch, if you have to, you could use low-level Hidden Warriors, but let's be honest, everyone's going to be using max-level Hidden Warriors or max-level Warriors, so that's what this top chart is about, comparing the differences. They have about the same health. Regular Warriors do ever so slightly more damage. Hidden Warriors run a significantly bit faster, and then regular Warriors attack like a millisecond quicker. So every 1 second a warrior hits, every 1.1 second a hidden warrior hits. And then when it comes to range, let's be honest, they're both melee troops. So the fact that the warrior has 0.1 tile more range, nobody cares. Like, let's be completely honest here. Now, the one detail you need to be very, very aware of on Warships is if you don't have instant training, this is probably the worst troop on Boom Beach Warships. You see the reserve size right there is 52. You have to put 40 of them in a boat because you can get 5 of them per boat, as we can see right about here. So not good. Typically, when you upgrade the medics, for example, where are the medics? When you upgrade the medics, you can see that reserve size goes up by 10. When you upgrade Hidden Warriors, the reserve size only goes up by 6. I have told Supercell this is a big deal. This sucks. When you first unlock Hidden Warriors, you can't even fill your landing crafts. You have to wait some time for them to reload. So massive, massive, not good right about there. If I was on top of the ball, we would sad trombone the heck out of that because that is not awesome. Quick note, going back to our charts here that I've so intensively made, you'll notice that the Hidden Warrior is a prototype troop. They do go all the way up to level 26. I'm not going to show you those stats. That would not be fair. They could potentially be on the main base. I don't know if that's going to be a vote, or they'll just randomly show up one day, or they might never show up because people hate them in Warships or something like that. But the ability is there to add these things to the main base, so that could be kind of cool. We'll have to wait and see on that. Anyways, without further ado, I'm going to get into some attacks with these guys because the stealth ability is very, very cool, and I've done a whole bunch of work to build a Hidden Warrior training course that I can't wait to show you guys. Now, I mentioned this in my regular Season 42 sneak peek, but this is going to take a little while. There's only one other opponent on the entire dev build, and that is me, and I have been doing a bunch of testing with these guys, so thank you for your patience. I'm going to pause right here, and then we'll come back when I actually get a match. Okay, me against me. Let's do this thing. Now, first things first, what you need to be aware of is these guys, if you use a hero, you're going to end up getting them shot in the face. As you can see here, none of the defenses can actually see these three things. You can walk through them, no smoke required. They are like warriors with training wheels. Now, next up, as soon as they attack, they become visible. So what you want to do is use a smoke. Yes, you actually should use a smoke with these guys. That is my #1 recommendation because that lets them settle onto the defense. You'll notice that even when they come out of the smoke, they're not visible. But here's the thing. It takes them 2.5 seconds to go back to invisible. So if we blow this puppy up, down goes that. Then we're going to flare up to here. That's shock mine. You see, we are losing hidden warriors. But check that out. We can walk through the Microwavr without being hit. Notice that critters can see them. I think that's a bug. Critters can see these guys. If they see them before, once they go invisible, critters can still see them. It's this weird mechanics. I'm out of gunboat energy, which means that I'm going to lose a bunch of these guys, but we can still do a bit more testing with our remaining dudes once we get a little bit of gunboat energy. We're just going to let these guys back here get some gunboat energy. You see, these guys are getting damaged as soon as they're visible. When they're in stealth mode, completely invisible. Those critter launchers could not see them. Now we've got a little bit of gunboat energy. Finally, you'll notice that as soon as they kill that final... Watch this. We're going to run away. And those critters are still attacking them. They go invisible. Critters are still following them. Why that's happening, I couldn't tell you. Because you see, those critters can't see anyone else. But if they see the dudes before they go invisible, then they continue to follow them. That, in my mind, is a bug. But we're going to consider it a feature. Now, you can see, you saw there, they ran right through the Microwavr without any difficulty at all. That is one other thing that is incredibly strange. Microwavr, in my mind, should be able to see them. So these guys are not simply hidden underneath this hidden smoke mechanism. They are actually invisible. Now, next up, you can see they can hit a shock mine, no problem at all, and no defenses can see them except for that silly critter, which should not, for any intents and purposes, be able to see it. So, again, in my mind, that is a bug in the stealth ability, not something that should be happening. So what you want to do is, in the event there is a critter launcher nearby, you want to get rid of all those critters, or just be aware that without gunboat energy, you're going to have a bad time. That is about all for the hidden warrior. You can see there, running out of reserves very quickly. Once you load all your boats, let's fill all those boats up here. You only have 12 left, so you can only do one attack with these things on the main base. That is, on warships. On the main base, I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I guess you don't have reserves in the main base, so they're going to be exactly the same as warriors. They have the exact same training time as warriors, so treat them exactly like a warrior. Again, in the landing crafts, they look exactly like warriors. Little bit of a beef there if we ever get them on the main base. But overall, if you have a bit more gunboat energy, you can do a little bit more testing than I can. If you have any questions about any different defenses, any different interactions, please do let me know. I tried to get every single defense that I possibly could. The grappler can pull them over, and if they go invisible, they can't see them. What we're going to do here is I'm going to bring all of our dudes up on to this right here. Oh man, I brought Brick. Brick's going to die as a result. You probably don't want to use a hero with your hidden warriors, because otherwise what's going to happen? Did not see that running right through the flotsam, the boom surprise. Nothing can see them. No concerns there at all, as long as they haven't attacked anything. We came very close to having our hammers hit something. Shock mines don't reveal them. Mines do kill them in a very big hurry though. And again, just like with those critter launchers, you'll notice that the rocket launchers, even once they go invisible, will keep firing at these dudes. They can somehow still see them. Not entirely sure if that's a bug or a feature. Over by that grappler, as soon as they get close to a defense, they are going to start trying to hammer on it. That's why I like to use that gather smoke, just to get all of your troops into the same general vicinity before they come out of the smoke. And then as you start blasting away at things, great troop, really neat mechanism, but you need to be aware that it's gonna take somewhere in the neighborhood of 2.5 seconds for these guys to rehide. And as a result, if they hit a shock mine or run underneath a Microwavr, they are going to have a very, very bad time, as we're about to see right there, losing all sorts of health, losing all sorts of hidden warriors. Cryobomb does... Actually, that's an interesting question. I'm going to hit these guys with a Cryobomb. That's going to be my final test, just to see. I assume you can artillery them. I assume you can barrage them when they're hidden, but we're going to have to find that out right about now. And then we're going to call this video quits. Again, if you have any questions at all, do let me know. Would love to figure out some more details that I haven't thought of. It's me thinking about these things in a vacuum, so I do my best, but I always forget something. Final battle. I will pause. We'll come back. Okay, managed to match ourselves. Now, logic tells me that we're going to have no problems killing these guys, but we're just going to have to wait and find out, because stranger thing, I was amazed the fact that the Microwavr did not kill them. So what we are going to do is wait right here. I am going to hit them right in the face with that Cryobomb. Cryobomb does, in fact, slow them down. No surprise there. Artillery also does kill them, so they are not super invisible. Their stealth does have its limits. Yes, it can get you up close and personal with a Microwavr, but no, they are not running underneath the ground. You can definitely lose some troops if you're not careful, so do make sure you're careful with your Cryobombs and your artillery, but these guys are pretty darn great. If you've ever wanted to learn how to use warriors and kind of suck with smoke, they're a great troop. Would love to see them on the main base. I know a lot of people would hate to see them on the main base, but think of all that gunboat energy you use to get from your landing crafts to the core. Now, of course, if you're going to use a hero with them, you'd have to smoke Bullet or Everspark or Brick or whatever with them, but let's be honest, you shouldn't need a hero if you can get towards the headquarters with all of your gunboat energy left over and none left to smoke. So that is going to be all for me. Hopefully this video gave you some info, got you thinking. I'm not sure how useful they'll be this season of Warships, but on the main base and in future seasons, I'm really intrigued to see how they're going to work out. Anyways, don't forget to do all those YouTubey things, like, share, subscribe, use the creator code. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm ZMOT. Peace.